Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be answering the question, did Taylor Swift save the vinyl industry? This video was inspired by channel 33 RPM. He recently made a video discussing the topic of vinyl sales of 2023, and Taylor Swift was a big part of that. I thought it was a really interesting topic and I wanted to give my thoughts on it since I am part of the demographic of this discussion, kind of. So let's start off by going back in time to 2022. This was the year that Taylor Swift became the ambassador for Record Store Day, or at least the Record Store Day ambassador for 2022. Based off of her official announcement, she did seem to be very pro Record Store Day. She does seem to support independent record stores and small businesses. So basically we knew that she was doing it for all the right reasons, and I agree with a lot of what she said in her statement. So in 2022 and 2023, she had Record Store Day exclusive releases. So what I'm thinking is many Swifties before 2022 had probably never even been inside of a record store, and maybe they had never even bought vinyl before. So with Taylor Swift really promoting Record Store Day, she's really encouraging and inspiring and influencing the younger generations, a younger demographic, to go to their record stores. And that's the whole point of Record Store Day. We're supposed to get the younger generation into vinyl, and Taylor Swift becoming the ambassador was a really big part of that. And we really do need younger people to keep vinyl alive, but at the same time, there was a really big increase in scalping and reselling Record Store Day exclusive pressings for way higher than what they would sell for in store. And that kind of adds to the whole commercialism and consumerism aspect of Record Store Day that I don't really like. So her Record Store Day pressing from 2022, I'm pretty sure it was called The Lakes. From what I've seen, that was selling for anywhere between $7 to $10 in record stores, and then instantly online that was added to sites like eBay and Discogs, and that record was going for hundreds of dollars resale. I saw it go up to like $300, and I was like, that is absolutely insane. And also along with that, I'm sure that some record collectors or maybe even some Taylor Swift fans were just getting that record because it was a new Taylor Swift merch item. You know, they're more concerned with having the hottest new Taylor Swift merch instead of actually appreciating the music and listening to it. Again, that is not to say that's the case for everybody, so that's kind of the downside to having Taylor Swift be the Record Store Day ambassador and having Record Store Day releases. And obviously it's not only Taylor Swift who this happens to. There are plenty of other artists on the Record Store Day list that have their records reselling for hundreds of dollars. Scalping and reselling is kind of inevitable when it comes to Record Store Day, but it is something I did want to mention. Taylor Swift did encourage her fans of all ages to go to their local record stores and support them. She's getting all different kinds of people into the record stores, so I do think in many ways that did help the vinyl industry, especially in recent years. She is undoubtedly one of the biggest selling and record-breaking artists, and it's something really crazy to see happen in real time. I think it's really great that big mainstream artists are really encouraging and pushing vinyl, and that really does help to get the younger demographic into vinyl. A lot of Swifties are in the younger generation, and they are the ones buying up her records on vinyl. She even has a ton of different box sets, variants, collectibles. For the collector's aspect, you are encouraged to buy multiple copies, like the Midnight's Clock. Like, that was a pretty cool idea. And with every new album and new re-release, like Taylor's version, there are going to be multiple different vinyl variants and pressings available to purchase. She has so many different options, and that does lead to increased vinyl sales. So she is keeping vinyl alive, but at the same time she might unintentionally be hurting smaller, more independent artists. It could be causing some issues on the back end, like maybe clogging up record plans. Taylor Swift would probably have priority over smaller artists, and it's not her fault, but just to keep up with the demand of Taylor Swift, and you know, the record industry knows she's gonna bring in those sales. Again, it's not all her fault. Adele had the same issue. There were so many issues with pressing Adele's record 30. There's still so many copies available. Like, they definitely overpressed Adele records. Like, Taylor Swift sells out her records. Her records are sold and Adele records are on clearance, you know? And I think that's part of the reason why vinyl prices are so high right now, because of supply and demand. There have been supply chain issues in the past. It costs a lot to produce vinyl, and there's just so much demand for it. These prices are probably going to keep increasing in the future. I have seen so many young people around my age on YouTube specifically. A lot of them have record collections and they make a lot of videos about their record collections, and a lot of them do like big mainstream artists, and their videos get a really good number of views, which is awesome. I'm really happy for them. And you know, having Taylor Swift in a title and thumbnail does get clicks, so it's cool to see people like them helping to spread the word about vinyl through record collecting and through Taylor Swift. It's really cool to see young people on YouTube starting their collections with a Taylor Swift record, or continuing to grow their collection by buying more Taylor Swift vinyl and more of Taylor Swift's new releases. I've heard this being said multiple times, and I really do believe it. I really think young people are kind of leading the vinyl revival. Teens and young adults, I think, make up a ton of vinyl sales every single year, and they are really like the face of the vinyl revival. So let's take a look at the Billboard year-end music sales report. So here we have the top US vinyl album sales from 2023, and you can clearly see Taylor Swift is on there multiple times. She had 4 albums in the top 10, which is crazy. So basically everyone on this list is a big mainstream pop or rap artist, except for Fleetwood, and they do seem to be catered more towards teens, and I do see young people my age buying these records by these artists. I think that is absolutely insane. I wouldn't say I'm surprised, but it's still crazy big numbers, you know? Also, according to Billboard, 1 of every 5 vinyl sales in the US in 2023 was a Taylor Swift record. Taylor Swift alone had almost 3.5 million vinyl sales in 2023, and Forbes also reported that Taylor Swift was responsible for 7% of all of the vinyl album sales in 2023. You know, she did have 3.5 million albums sold, but how many of them are actually being played and listened to, and how many of them are just sitting on a shelf somewhere, or they're more like a piece of merch or an aesthetic piece? You know, like how many people are playing them and how many people just have them for a collector item? You know, I buy vinyl because I like to listen to the music and I like enjoying it, but some people just buy it for like a merch aesthetic item, more of like a collector thing, which is fine. You can do whatever you want. I don't think vinyl is going anywhere, at least for this next year, 2024. I think vinyl is going to be just as popular, maybe even more, as it was in 2023. And I'm sure Taylor Swift is going to have plenty of more vinyl releases this year. You know, at my local record store, I didn't really see a lot of young people, but when Taylor Swift was the ambassador and had her own records being released in 2022 and 2023, I saw so many more young people going to the store to get her record. You know, wherever they are in their record collecting journey, beginner, intermediate, pro, she is definitely encouraging a lot of vinyl sales and a lot of hype and fun. And maybe someone who starts out collecting Taylor Swift will maybe branch out into collecting other artists, and they'll grow as a record collector. She may not be helping to create vinyl lovers. Again, with the whole scalping thing, you do have to consider a lot of people resell her records online to make money, so that is not helping to create vinyl lovers and people in the vinyl community, and they may not care about the music on the records themselves, which is kind of the whole point of vinyl collecting. I don't really care what you do with your money. You know, it's your money. You can do whatever you want with your records. I'm kind of just speculating and throwing some ideas out there. This is not to hate on anyone. You know, vinyl is only worth what people will pay for it, so if people are buying Taylor Swift resale records from Record Store Day for $300, then they are kind of part of the problem. If fans are buying her records for hundreds of dollars, they are kind of setting that price, and they are the ones who are making it rare and expensive. Again, I'm not really trying to pick sides. I'm kind of just trying to show the different sides of this and how Taylor Swift has affected the record industry. And it's really interesting to see all the different trends and how that matches up with the data. So, in conclusion, did Taylor Swift save the vinyl industry? So here's my thoughts. I don't think she herself saved the industry. Instead, I think she created an exponential growth. I think the vinyl industry and vinyl sales would have slowly continued to increase. A few years ago in 2020, you know, vinyl was pretty popular, especially amongst younger people. You know, if we take Taylor Swift out of the equation, there are going to be other mainstream artists like Olivia, Harry Styles, Adele. You know, they would have also helped increase the number of vinyl sales and the overall popularity of the vinyl industry. But then if you do add Taylor Swift back into the equation, like she was a massive chunk of all of the vinyl sales all by herself, especially in 2023 alone. Her sales really, I think, skyrocketed the vinyl industry. So I do see every side to every argument, and in general, I do think Taylor Swift is helping to increase sales and popularity of vinyl. You know, it's not only Taylor Swift, but she is a major part of it. So because of Taylor Swift, a whole new generation of kids is being introduced to vinyl collecting. I think that's really the most important takeaway, and I think it's really great that she has such a big influence on vinyl and is helping to get younger people into the hobby. I think her sales, especially from 2023, are doing so good for the vinyl industry, and it's really helping to keep vinyl alive. In the comments, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think of this kind of video, and of course, let me know your thoughts on Taylor Swift and her involvement in the vinyl industry. Let me know if you think she is saving or maybe hurting the vinyl industry, or both. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!